Hi, I'm Dr. Wendy Dearborn, and I've just completed a 30-day green smoothie fast. Yay. I really have. And it has been such a phenomenal experience, not only from the physical side, but also from the emotional side too. But this particular video that I'm doing is truthfully the forerunner to a video series, or to a video, if I can get it all in one, to a video that really is going to be entitled How to Prepare Yourself for a Green Smoothie Fast. There's so much information out there, and this is one of the things that I had experienced, the information overload. But it's really amazing what happens when you are doing something that you really, really want to do. So that being said, as I have just said, I have just completed a 30-day green smoothie fast. And this was really preempted by watching a video called Fat, Sick and Nearly Dead. And the lead characters in there was a guy from Australia and a guy from the United States. The lead characters in there actually had a skin condition. Now, the fat bit didn't actually bother me, and the dead bit didn't actually bother me either, having had a near-death experience. It was the sick bit, actually having been sick, and I mean terminally sick, this is what bothered me. And so I could relate to both the lead characters in this particular documentary, because they had a skin condition. So for all of those who know me, you'll know that I had some, I don't know, allergic, I don't know what it was. I had some condition, skin condition. And this happened last year. And what was happening was my eyelids would split. Under my eyes was splitting. My jawline was splitting. And I mean, the skin would just split open. My hands were splitting and peeling, back and front, the back of my neck, my groin, around my ankles, on the soles of my feet. I mean, it was really, really bad. Even like the back of my throat. Oh, and my scalp. Even like the back of my throat, it was like dry and or it felt like it was cracking open. And so, I went to the doctor. I wound up actually going to urgent care, to which they wanted to give me a steroid shot and oral steroids. So I quite nicely declined the steroid shot, because they were giving me oral steroids, and took those. Went to see my doctor, and of course he gave me more steroids. Went to see 4 dermatologists, and of course they all gave me steroids in some variation, whether it was ointment, cream, or lotion, or what have you. I received steroids, or so the prescriptions were for. So, but what got me was, you go to the doctor, and really and truly, you do kind of expect them to know. And I gather this, I get that for when my clients come to see me. That, you do kind of expect them to know. And for me, because I am definitely into a more holistic approach to health, I figured if I could find out per se exactly what it was, it would give me a ballpark of how to deal with this. But everybody I went to, they were like, Well, it could be It could be some sort of contact dermatitis. I'm like, could be. Yeah, but take these steroids, or use this steroid cream, and it should be fine. Well, grant you, the first time I used I took the oral steroids the first time. I mean, it was like, bam, took care of the problem. As soon as I stopped taking them, though, the problem came back, and with a vengeance. So I decided that I needed to do something different. So this was last year, May, this happened. And through May through August, I think I saw about 5 doctors or 6 doctors, whatever it was. So, and I wasn't getting the help that I needed. So I decided in August that I would actually cut out eating sugar, or at least overt sugars. And that's what I did, myself and my husband. And that's what we did. And I also cut out wheat. I really did cut out wheat. Actually, I cut out a lot of things, if the truth be known. So anything that was wheat based, like pasta, sausages have wheat, made sure that my soy sauce didn't have wheat in it. I mean, everything has wheat. Everything has, what you call it? Sugar, the syrup, fructose, corn syrup or what have you. Everything has syrup in it. And so I decided to cut out a lot of things. So when you do that, not that I ate a lot of processed foods, but when you do that, you really have to start replanning how you're going to eat. So that being said, changed my diet, changed my diet, which wasn't horrendous before I had, but just cut out some of these things. So moving along towards December, I realized that I wasn't healing quick enough. Now that the soles of my feet had healed up, my palms healed up pretty quick. My scalp was still doing its thing. The back of my neck was doing its thing. By my groin was still doing its thing. My ankles had healed up. So I figured I needed to sort of like vamp this up. I had to step this up. And many, many moons ago, I want to say almost, I've been married, nearly 27 years? I've been married 27 years. 29 years-ish ago, I had actually, after I had a near-death experience, I had done the diet from the book Back to Eden, which really and truly to me is the same thing as what I did in this smoothie fast. But that being said, I realized that I needed to I needed to do something different, and I was really contemplating doing the Back to Eden, and I wouldn't even call it diet. That's how I actually used to live until I met my husband and got married. But that's how I used to live. So that being said, I'd watched this movie, Fat, Sick and Nearly Dead, and the fat bit didn't bother me, as I said. The dead bit, had a near-death experience, didn't really bother me, but it was the sick bit that bothered me. And the two lead characters in there suffered from a skin disease that was really rare, and they decided to take their life back. They decided to take control of their health by going on a juice fast, and this is what caught my attention. So in the interim, I had actually purchased a Vitamix, and I decided that I was going to do a juice fast with my Vitamix, and of course a nut milk bag, which really meant that you blended your vegetables and then you put it into a bag and you just squeezed the juice out. I mean, it was simple enough. It added maybe I don't know, another 3 minutes to the whole process, which in the grand scheme of things is nothing. So I decided to do this, and after watching that movie, I was like, yeah. And so what I did was I did some research. I did maybe researching this in maybe about a month or so. I did some research, and then I selected my day when I was going to start. And I started 30, actually it's just over 30 days ago. I actually started. The journey has been phenomenal. I have healed. I mean, healed. My scalp doesn't really bother me. My neck's healing up. My groin's healed up. My ankles, my feet. I mean, I feel terrific. I feel energized. I feel, my mind, I'm focused. There's clarity. And my meditations, because I'm a serious meditator, my meditations have been so clear. It's like, wow, it's like day and night. So for me, the journey has been phenomenal. But as I was saying, I decided to start. And in the next segment, I'll actually share with you what what some of what I did, and how it actually turned out for me. So in the next segment, I'll talk about that.